Taurus, welcome to your tarot reading for May 2024. We begin with the Four of Pentacles in your past position. This is telling me that you've been recently in a period of stability and security, but you might have also been experiencing a fear of loss or a fear of change. You might have been really holding on to your resources quite tightly. Maybe you really had to in this economy. We're all kind of doing that right now. And this might have been out of a sense of caution or just a desire for stability. And you were living this within this level of comfort, but you might have also been limiting your ability to grow or experience new things. The person in this card is very capable financially. He is very adept at living within his means and planning his life out financially. Sometimes when this card comes up, it indicates saving for something, some kind of big expenditure like buying a new home, making a move, something like that, where it's a goal that required some foresight and some planning financially. This is actually a Taurus card, so I kind of feel like this is you showing up in your own reading today. And when Tauruses feel stress, they really carry it in their neck and shoulders. And I'm almost getting that sense that some of you may have been a little bit stressed recently, maybe about career and finances, and you're feeling that kind of tightness in your neck and shoulders, and maybe even getting some headaches from some stress around your resources. But this person is very much a hard worker. This is the type of person who has a day job, but then they've also got a couple of side hustles. They're always figuring out ways to create stability for themselves. So I think recently you've been very much focused on financial stability in one way or another. And you may have specifically been saving up for some kind of expense that you were aware was about to happen. And you'll know what that is if that's true for you. But it looks like stability and security has been very much on your mind recently. In your present position, we have the Tower card. So when this card shows up, it often signifies really sudden and often unexpected change or upheaval. So you could be experiencing some kind of revelation that really shakes the foundations of your current situation. You might be about to experience a significant disruption or a breakthrough, and this could be a challenging and unsettling time, but it also presents an opportunity here for growth and transformation that I think is much needed. We see these people in this card kind of falling out of the windows of what was once their home. This place that offered security and stability to them is all of a sudden threatening to their very existence, and they need to get out as quickly as possible. I'm almost seeing in this combination of cards at the top here, you making a physical move from your home. That the Tower is saying this is sudden and unexpected, but the Four of Pentacles tells me this is maybe something you did kind of see coming. And you've been trying your best to save money to deal with this move. The Tower, though, is very much a disruptive energy. And when it comes up, it alters the direction of your life quite completely and very immediately. So I think this month you are in the process of some very significant change happening. And again, I do see you potentially moving. I'm noticing the city in the background on this Four of Pentacles. And I'm reading it almost as two different cities here. We have the buildings on the left, the majority of them in the background there are white or gray, and the ones on the right are all kind of a more warm yellow color, and we see the mountains in the background. I almost see you moving from one city to another. And again, that might be sudden or unexpected, or it could be something that you've been aware of that was happening, and you just weren't sure exactly which month it was going to happen. Maybe it's something like that. You knew this year in 2024 I'm going to move, but you maybe weren't expecting to make that decision in May, and here it is upon you. You're making the decision and things are about to change really quickly. The Tower, when it comes up, it's good to remember that the next card in the deck is the Star card. So when the Tower comes along and disrupts everything for us, it's trying to lead us into the Star card, or it is leading us into the Star card, which is all about a renewed faith in the fact that the universe supports us and supports our endeavors. So I think whatever this change is, it's huge, it's life-altering, but it's ultimately going to lead us into a situation that's going to feel a lot more supportive, and it's going to restore our faith in our endeavors being supported by, again, the universe. There's something happening this month that is trying to put you on track towards something that is ultimately going to be much more fulfilling for you. This Tower moment needed to happen to redirect you towards something that's going to ultimately be so much better for you in the long run. I think maybe you've been stubbornly clinging to a situation. Maybe there's things about the place that you live that you like, you're not ready to let go of entirely, but I think it's the right move. This disruption, this upheaval is going to bring in much better energy for you. And all you can do is tumble out and trust that you will land somewhere and be quite supported in the end. In the position of challenges for this month, we have the Page of Swords. So in a challenge position, this card can be about plans that haven't been thought through quite enough. Unrealistic planning that's not thorough enough, kind of taking action before we really thought through our course of action. And I think maybe this Tower moment is speaking to that. In fact, it definitely is. There might be something here where you were planning this, you were kind of aware of it coming up, but now that it's here, you're realizing, oh, I don't quite have all my ducks in a row, do I? And yet here I am making this change. Is it going to work out? I don't know. There might be a feeling like that going on for you where you haven't had a chance to fully make your plans. Sometimes this can be indicating a delay in receiving news about employment or something like that, like a job offer. There can be a delay here, or it can indicate unrealistic expectations around employment opportunities and that kind of thing. So avoid unrealistic thinking right now. Do your best to get your ducks in a row. And I think it is going to be challenging because you're going to be in the midst of changing things, and it's hard to plan while you're actually making those changes. But do your best to stay grounded and think things through as much as you can right now. When this card shows up in the reverse too, it can indicate travel by air. So I almost see some of you actually moving somewhere that's going to require you to fly a fair distance. In the position of opportunities for you this month, we have the Five of Pentacles. So this is an interesting card to have in the opportunities position because it is a card of hardship, loss, or financial struggle. But having it in the opportunities position suggests that there may be opportunities for growth and renewal, even in difficult circumstances. You might find support or assistance from unexpected sources, or you might discover hidden strengths and resources within yourself. So this card is encouraging you to persevere right now and seek out the silver lining in challenging situations. And I think you are in a little bit of a challenging situation right now, but it's going to be for the best. And that's that silver lining you have to keep your eye on. When this card is in the position in a positive position, it's almost like we have to read it as if it's in the reverse in our reading. I don't do reversals in my readings generally, but because the position of this card kind of flips it on its head, so to speak, we're going to kind of look at it that way. And what this can indicate in the reverse is leaving a situation that has been unrewarding in favor of something that promises a lot more fulfillment for us. It's leaving that job that we have hated for a long time, that was kind of giving us nothing, no progression, no learning value, underpaying us, underemploying us, and kind of leaving that without remorse, saying, yeah, that's not working. What else is out there? And heading out towards something that actually will be a lot more fulfilling for us. So it's kind of moving forward without regret. And in a way, also, when cards are reversed, it kind of flips us back to the card before. And we have that Four of Pentacles preceding card in your reading. So it's almost saying now's a good time to get back to this energy of consolidating things, of creating stability in our lives. And I think this has to do with kind of rebuilding from scratch in a way, moving to a new place and starting to rebuild our stability, emotional, financial, material, whatever. I think we're being given an opportunity right now to kind of rebuild in a way that's going to be much more stable and fulfilling for us. I think there might be help and resources for you in this new place too, that you've been feeling quite cut off from and separated from recently as well. And here you are heading back towards, you're about to turn the corner into that warm church and receive a lot of love and support that you haven't felt recently. So I definitely see you, in a way, this is kind of a sudden, unexpected upheaval moment, but I also think with the presence of some of the other cards here that this is something you did see coming a little bit, and it's almost like a decision. Sometimes the Tower is about something being completely out of your control. I get the sense here this is actually you making a decision, you recognizing that this structure wasn't nurturing you anymore. It wasn't good for you anymore in whatever way that rings true for you. There's something about your current circumstance that wasn't fulfilling you in some way. So you are making this decision to almost like create that Tower moment for yourself, where you're like, okay, I'm ready to move to an entirely new city, get an entirely new job, start on a new career path. Whatever it is, it's going to really alter the direction of your life in a really positive way. So the Five of Pentacles in the opportunities is saying, yeah, follow those instincts, leave this situation that's been unrewarding for you for quite some time, leave it behind, and we're about to enter into a much more positive and supportive environment. We have the World card for you in your advice position. This is a really powerful card. I'm loving seeing this at the end here. It symbolizes completion and fulfillment and harmony and the culmination of a journey or the achievement of a significant goal. In this advice position, it's encouraging you to embrace change and embrace the opportunities for growth and transformation that are presented to you right now. It's here to remind you that endings are also beginnings and that each phase of life is part of a larger cycle. So really trust in that process right now. This is also, I have to say, a card of moving from one place to another. I definitely get the feeling that for some of you, you're about to make a big move. It could involve flying. I think it's a significant distance. It's going to really change your life in every possible way. And this card too, when it comes up, sometimes says when something isn't working in one environment, in one city, in one situation, it actually works spectacularly well in a different environment, a different city. This is a card of success and long-lasting success. That's why I'm so excited to see this at the end of the reading, especially kind of underneath this Tower card, it's really reaffirming for me that whatever this change and upheaval is, it really is the end of a cycle that is meant to happen right now, because it's going to lead you into something that represents real long-lasting success. And there's a real ease in this card as well. She's kind of holding these batons very lightly in her hands here. She is nude except for this banner across her body here. And that's suggesting that she's very open and free and understands that success is something that comes easily to her in this mindset. Success is a mindset. That's what she's aware of. And it almost doesn't matter where she lives or what her career is. If she feels successful, then she is successful. And I almost see you liberating yourself from perhaps a situation that you were really fighting for stability and success, transitioning into this energy where things kind of come a lot more easily to you. And that's what I'm getting in this new environment. Things that weren't working over here kind of work just magically well over here. So again, this showing up in the advice position, I think is just confirming, leave this situation behind. You might feel like you don't have enough time to plan things properly. It's going to feel a little bit like fly by the seat of your pants, like literally almost. But the World card is coming in saying things are about to get a lot easier. Once we do this, success is going to come in quite easily for us. Things are going to start to really flow again in our lives where they might have felt a bit blocked before. Now we're entering into this position of kind of just manifesting success for ourselves a lot more easily. And I'm almost reading these figures around the central figure here as these supporters. They're saying, we want to help you. We're going to help you achieve success. And I think that's a real contrast to this energy at the beginning of your reading of this figure in the Four of Pentacles, where he's quite alone here. He's very far from the cities in the background, and he's just very focused on pentacles, 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 pentacles. He's not really connecting with other humans. And I'm almost seeing here for you leaving that energy behind and entering into a situation where you feel much more supported. And there is also in this card, it's so much about balance and equilibrium. So I think you're going to feel that is restored for you in this new situation. Things that have felt out of balance start to feel very much balanced again, and you're going to feel that sense of equilibrium and calm, and that you are in the right place, that you are supported. And it's going to represent the first step towards a really long-lasting success for you. I love this reading, dear Taurus. I hope it resonated for you. Please do let me know in the comments. Also, please be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time.